everybody. Welcome. Let's just take a minute to go around and just introduce ourselves before we get started on the agenda. I'm Chris, the Southeast Community Affairs Coordinator.
Hi, I'm Jessica, the Compliance Manager.
Dana, Program Manager.
Hi, I'm Tracy. I work in HR.
I'm Natalie. I'm the Data Analyst.
I dread that moment when I meet someone and they ask, "So, what do you do?" I immediately tense up and a bunch of random jargon starts coming out of my mouth. Well, I help people figure out their career so they can grow personally and professionally. And we also do leadership training and workshops. And then I spend a lot of time working on building online tools and content. And then there's managing projects and managing people. And then somehow it always ends up with, so I guess I just do a little of everything. And they nod, they fake smile and change the subject. It's the worst because it feels like I don't have a real job. Like I do a bunch of things and therefore I do nothing. So sometimes I just wish I had a job that you could describe in one word. Doctor, lawyer, teacher, analyst. Everyone immediately understands what you do and then you feel validated as a real grown-up. But that's not how it is for generalists. We have multiple interests, we have multiple skills, and yet we feel pressured to choose one lane. And it kind of makes sense. Our path into the real world is to pick a major and then pick a job from that major. It's super linear, which can work for specialists, but then what about the rest of us? Without a clear box, we feel overlooked, less important, like something's wrong with us. But the reality is, being a generalist is a skill. It's a skill of its own, and it turns out it's a really valuable skill in the world and at work. It's just a little harder to grasp than those linear doctor, teacher, firefighter type roles. But the truth is, the world does not work without generalists. Every team needs them. For example, look at a football quarterback. They need several skills, like a strong arm, throwing accuracy, speed, and agility. But that's just the beginning. They also need to act as the coach on the field. So they have to know where everyone on the team should be, what they're supposed to be doing, and make sure they're actually doing it. They have to relay the play call and clearly remember it themselves. They need to read the defense and react in real time. And let's not forget about the play clock. They have to watch the time the whole time and make sure everyone's in position and snap the ball on time. So I could go on, but you get the point. Everyone knows the quarterback is the most valuable position on the team, and the salaries prove it. But if you look at what makes a great quarterback, it's not having the best arm or being the most athletic or having the best football IQ. What makes a great QB is their ability to do multiple things and at the same time bring parts of the team together to function as one. So a quarterback is a generalist, and being a generalist is a real skill. So the question is, why does it work so well in sports and not so much in the workplace? Why does it work so well for them and not for you? The simple answer is the quarterback role has a name and your role does not. So if I asked a quarterback what they do for work and he started listing all the different skills I said earlier, he'd immediately lose me. My eyes would glaze over. But instead, he just says the word quarterback and instantly I know what he's talking about. It's a name that acts kind of like packaging. It bundles up all the different skills and tasks and abilities that he has into one clear package. This is the answer for you as a generalist. Instead of a long list that's too hard for people to understand, you need to share the things you do as one package with one label. And that's what I help you do in my mini course, Generalist is a Skill. And I know you probably want to say, yeah, I can't boil down into just one thing. And I feel you, but trust me, we do this a lot with a lot of people. It's all about recognizing that generalist is a skill, then listing the things you do, and then packaging it with a name. And that way you'll have the confidence in the value that you bring, and you'll know how to clearly explain what you do. And best of all, other people will finally understand what you do. Being a generalist is actually a strength. It's not a weakness. It's all about getting that clarity and getting the confidence to say it in the right way. So that way, next time you're in a meeting or you're at a party or someone you know asks, "Hey, what do?" You won't have to run and hide, but it's a little tricky. I mean, specialists, they kind of just get it handed to them. As a generalist, you have to take a few more steps. But that's why we built this thing called Generalist is a Skill. And it will help you to not only figure out how to explain what you do and get that packaging in place, but also be prepared and ready to actually say what you do in conversations. So whether you are pursuing what's next in your career, or you just want to have more confidence and know what you bring to the table, either way, we're here to help you. And it's called Generalist Is a Skill. There's a couple ways you can do it. You can do it one-on-one with a coach or by yourself with a digital mini course. Either way, we give you 3 tools that are going to unlock this thing. The first one is a list of generalist skills, so you can quickly identify the things you bring to the table. The second one is a list of generalist roles, which gives you ideas of the best types of jobs for a generalist, or if you're in transition, new ideas of what you might want to change to. And the third is the formula for generalists, and this gives you the concise way to say, what do you do? The answer to that dreaded question, what do you do? And you'll be able to answer it with confidence, and you'll be able to really inspire action in other people by sharing what you bring to the table. So at this point, if you're still watching, I think you need to do this. Just go for it. It's a small investment for a really big return. And the thing is, you'll finally know what to say, and you'll finally be able to figure out where you're headed. So take this step, dive in, and make it happen.